Oh yeah, I've been
Barovia.
ready.
Okay. All right. Are you recording?
Yeah, I'm recording.
Okay. All right. Are we live? Are we fucking live?
Let's get it. Let's get it.
All right. Well, I'll let you kick things off. Josh, you're really the focal point of this one because he's already done one on me. So I'll let you kick things off with,
Oh
who
yeah, I
you
got you.
are, a little bit about
So
you.
yeah, so who am I? I'm Josh Tippy. I came onto YouTube. I honestly don't even know why. Um, I saw Charlie's videos, and then I was commenting on Charlie's page. You know what I mean? And eventually, Charlie was like, "Hey, you should start uploading videos." So I started uploading videos, and then I got involved in the community, and then I just started getting stronger. So yeah, that's where I am.
And you've been killing it, bud. You've been killing it, bud.
Yeah, I guess so.
500, 500 pound dude. You're 17 with a 500 pound deadlift, a 300 plus pounds bench. What's your squat at?
I honestly haven't even tested my squat. I think I'm not very good at squats. I think the last week I did 315 for like 5 on the cambered bar for squats.
Eh?
Not terrible, but
Eh?
getting better though. You know what I mean?
Hey, 315 for 7 or 8. You're at 405 plus.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're almost there, bud. With the squat. I guess I'll kick things off to Saroja to see what he wants to cover.
Yeah, you're good.
Forever method. We should talk about the forever method.
Okay. So in the pre-recording conversation, I gave Josh Tippy a heads up. I didn't want to surprise him. I told him I'm gonna bring this up, but I'm glad you brought it up so that we could cover it. So I came into the picture after I saw how active and avid of a lifter the Josh was, which he is. He still is. You know what I mean? Just because he doesn't follow the forever methodology anymore doesn't take any of his merit away. The guy's a phenomenal lifter, phenomenal guy. We play Call of Duty from time to time. Um, and So I initially just said, "Hey, Josh, have you ever thought about cutting down the volume?" And to my surprise, he was pretty receptive. See, you have to understand, a lot of people, there's like an unsaid rule. This is a cigarette, by the way. Unsaid rule of like there being a pecking order in the lifting community. Like if you don't outlift me, I'm not taking advice from you. Only people that lift more than me. And so he was pretty receptive. He didn't implement it right away, but he did like within a month after he went stagnant or saw some diminishing gains. And and then I was like, "Hey, bud, you're almost there, bud. Just lower the volume, lower the frequency, ample recovery." And he started doing that. And then, which he still kind of does, that he cherry picked from the forever methodology. And then I started telling him about the sequences and the bulletproofing exercise, which he actually, to his credit, he still, I believe, does the Jefferson curl.
Yep. Yeah.
And and he was about to switch over to the methodology, uh, and then he just, I don't know, he pulled the rug under me and said, "Nah, I think I'm gonna go back to doing things my way, or the modified, his modified version of help me out here, Josh. What's that Dave Tate method?
Yeah. It's kind of West Side
There we go.
based, but there's no speed bench or speed squat. I do speed deadlift though. I think Charlie's also a fan of speed deadlifts.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. He's a fan of the speed moves.
Yeah.
So can you tell
What
us
is it
what?
called here? The conjugate method. There we go. Conjugate
Yeah.
method.
Yep.
I'm sorry to cut you off. What were you saying?
Yeah, he runs a concurrent method. But I was going to say, can
Yeah.
Josh
Confirmed.
can Josh tell us exactly where he splits away from Forever Method, what he doesn't like about it, the negatives?
I mean, in a way, the reason I still cut down the volume, but I guess the point where I guess I changed slightly was I do multiple sets. On bench on a secondary bench day, I'll do multiple sets, and same for squat. That's but it's nothing maximal. You know what I mean? It's a concurrent system.
Yeah. Like I said, he cherry picked, which is fine. That's fine. Like if I could get somebody to do less, I'm not trying to sound like Mike Mentor here, but I'm going to. If I could convince somebody to do less than what they were doing before and maximize an efficient ties or whatever word I'm trying to make up there, conjugate myself there, their workout, then I call that a mission success. I call that a successful mission.
So did
Yeah.
Josh take anything away from the Forever Method that he still uses?
The Jefferson curl.
Jefferson curl. I'd say definitely lowering volume. I think that's a part of the Forever methodology, right?
Huge
Lowering
part.
volume.
Huge part.
Yeah. I do bulletproofing exercises. I do use the camber bar.
Yep,
things like
yep.
and I still, yeah. I mean, there's some stuff in there that I still use that's, talked by Bobby.
Hey, but he saw Charlie with the camber barbell and bought one off of
Yeah.
that alone.
You should have bought the Titan one. That one was pretty good.
Actually, I just bought, I think I bought the Titan one. The one,
No, you
'cause I
bought
want,
the cap barbell one.
what's up?
You bought the cap barbell one.
Yeah, I bought the cap barbell. Hang on, I'm trying to flip my camera. I don't know how to do that.
I have the Titan one. It's a little bit
Do ya?
off in weight.
Yeah, see, I got a Buffalo bar. Can you see that? I don't know. I got a Buffalo bar here, deadlift bar, and then these two are old chrome bars from freaking Dick's Sporting Goods. And then I got a cap, camber bar, and a safety squat
You gotta
bar.
move your camera to the right.
Huh?
You gotta move your
Oh,
camera. There you go.
And then the safety
There you
squat
go.
bar, camber bar, deadlift bar. And then these three are just trash barbells. These are like chrome barbells. And then this one I bought. The rings were off on it from the other ones. I had to put some tape on there,
Yeah.
But, yeah. Oh, shit. But yeah,
It's all good sportsmanship between Josh and I. It's really it's healthy sportsmanship. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to rule it to it here, but I was literally training Josh to supersede anything that I did or trying to. And then, he pulled the rug under my feet, which is fine. I'm used to that, really. If you're not the first, bud, you won't be the last. I'm trying to train a guy right now from the UK. I told him, I went on his channels and I said, hey, bud, I really like what you're doing. I like your videos, but I think you're doing a few critical mistakes. And I said, I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is. Let me train you for a month. If I don't get you up 4 kilos on the bench press, 8 kilos on the squat, and 12 kilos on the deadlift, because they go by kilos. In a month, at the end of a month, I'm going to buy you $100 digital gift card of your choice.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, something like that.
I also made the same proposal to Josh. I said, hey, bud, if after a month you don't, it's how I got Charlie. All I need is 1 month, really 3 weeks, and a max, and the fourth week being maxes, and numbers shoot up.
Okay, I was going to say about that. What were your expectations for Josh if he did the Forever Method?
So my expectations for Josh, if he were to proceed forward with the Forever Method, is strict discipline, which is hard because getting people to go from multi-sets to one set is very difficult. Now he did a good job. He did himself service by cutting the volume down, but it's just when people Google how to build muscle, what's the first thing you see?
Volume. Yeah.
Volume. And my method incorporates high volume periods with low volume predominant periods. And so when I'm telling somebody to go against the science, to go against the grain, I know I'm asking them to essentially stop being Christians when they're a Christian. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because like people religiously buy into the whole volume thing, and I truly believe, dude, one day science will prove my methodology correct, which is why it's a theory currently, because I can't prove it under the microscope.
Oh, current flavor of the month is actually lower volume, higher intensity these days. People are already moving away from high
Yeah.
volumes, so they're moving more towards quality sets. You know what I mean? Like hard sets, kind of like I
Yeah,
do.
yeah, bud, you bring out some you bring out, oh, excuse me to cuss. You bring out some freaking phenomenal sets, but I'm watching some of your videos. I don't comment on everything, but I'm watching some of your videos, and you put in the work, bud. You put the intensity in high intensity, bud.
Yeah, it's actually harder to put in the high intensity than the high volume. It's easier to do 20 sets if they're not hard.
True. That's very true. Yeah, that's true.
That was one thing too. Josh did take. I know he did. AMRAPs. He
Yeah.
he 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 toyed with AMRAPs on his own for a little bit and went up.
Not really. The only thing on why I did switch back to multiple sets and reps is because when I would do an AMRAP, unlike the last rep, say the last rep is extremely tough. I feel like my form, as with everyone, will break down a little bit. And the reason why I switched to more not more sets than I was doing before, but sets was because I got more practice in with the main lift. This is that's it.
That's legitimate. That is legitimate. That is legitimate as AF.
Yeah. Well, that's I mean there's some differences, yeah. But
But do you think that you would have made less progress in the long term following that than following a more conventional method?
what would be a conventional method, like in your eyes?
Conjugate.
No, well, conjugate's actually kind of going against mainstream these days. More the typical, block, linear, just picking exercises off season, less specific, in season more specific with conventional progression schemes, conventional reps, executions, just the more traditional stuff that a coach would give you that's a more traditional coach.
Yeah. The thing about how I do conjugate or concurrent or whatever you want to call it is in a way I'll make it like almost like a block. Like I won't always do 1 rep maxes, and I think some people watch my videos before I deleted them. I do 5 rep maxes. I do 3 rep maxes, and I'll have like short blocks in a way where I do like if I say had a weakness off the chest, then it's more cambered bar, things like that, and buffalo bar. And then like if I had trouble locking weights out, then it'd be more lockout, I guess, work in a way, overload stuff. And
Nice.
that's for powerlifting.
Yeah,
Obviously, lockout work.
that concurrent stuff works pretty good, especially for people who aren't like super into it. For a lot of specificity, they make a lot of progress doing combinations of things that aren't directed as much in concurrent models. So it actually works really well because it's so much more convenient to do mixing and matching instead of doing one thing at a time. It's kind of,
Yeah.
you lose motivation having to focus sometimes. But if you get to do heavy and light, more volume, less volume, it keeps you adhering to the program more. So it has that going for it. Where does Bobby's method do better though?
I'd say in terms of specificity, if I bring up that word, there's more work on the regular competition lifts.
Yeah. And that would have been an expectation of mine. To bring up the order question that you asked, it would have been, and Charlie had the expectation too. It would have been to have Josh compete with the ultimate goal of him competing.
What numbers?
Yeah, I will compete eventually. Yeah.
What numbers did you forecast, like whenever, if you followed it?
So I told Josh I could get him easily to a 300 something pound bench press. Probably like if he would have given me a month, I would have gotten him to a 305, 315, which he's already pretty much there on his own. And but it didn't take a month. You know, it took longer than a month for him to get there, and he teeter totters a bit. If I'm being honest, you teeter totter a bit, but you still go up. Like you go up some, then you might go down a little bit, and then you go up some again. So it's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back.
Hey, but let's
And
be
so
fair. Let's be fair. He beat the Batman. He was only 16 years old. Now he's 17. He still beat the Batman to it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I mean, for his age, he's pretty savvy. He's pretty knowledgeable with the lifting community, the lifting form and technique. I mean, let's give Josh his merit, his credit where his credit is due. But I in a month, I told him I would have had him to like a 315 bench press. I promised a 305 for sure. And then what else did I promise you? I think I promised you like a 405 squat and
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
five, like a 515, 505 deadlift by the end
Yeah.
of a month. Now those are numbers where he's currently at, but I promised it in a month. It's been work in progress over a month for him. So he's doing something right, obviously.
You think you would have made more or less progress if you still did that, Josh?
If I'm being completely honest, probably the same. Probably the same.
That's an honest answer.
If being completely honest, because like yeah, that's just my opinion. It's just opinions.
That's an honest answer, bud. That is an honest answer. That's all we're asking for. So
Yeah, that's cool.
but Josh is more than just a training figure to me. He's somebody I play games with. He's somebody I message with regularly just to like out of boredom. He's like, "Hey man, what's up?" And I'm bored, but just messaging you, and then I talk smack to him. I talk smack to everyone. Josh, you could
Yeah,
vouch
so-
for that.
No,
I talk a
get
lot
it.
of smack.
I get it.
You know, I talk smack to Prophet a little bit. I talk smack to Max. I talk smack
Yeah.
to Charlie a little bit. So
Hans talks smack to you all the time.
yeah,
He does. It's his favorite
yeah.
pastime these days. It's actually pretty funny when you think about it.
Yeah, that podcast between
Yeah, we
him
gotta
and
get
Marco,
Hans in here.
that was
We
legendary.
gotta get Hans in here because Hans and I. We have that dichotomy between each other of training styles, dude.
Yeah, we
It's
need
like
Hans.
he dichotomized my training style and I dichotomized his training style. But you know what, man? At the end of the day, Hans has my back, and I have Hans' back too. You know, I know
Hans is the
Max
GOAT.
could probably read this and block me based off of saying that, which is fine. You know, but Hans is someone that I will openly say I got his back on the YouTube online community.
Yeah, we're Team Hans over here. It's
Yeah, same.
it's the only team that could win.
Team Cassell.
The dude listens to my kooky, out there, deranged style of singing karaoke's. The
Hey, I like
dude
it
watches
too.
some of my videos. Yeah, oh, Josh likes them too. Yeah.
Yeah.
The dude watches my videos and leaves pretty good comments and stuff. And I mean, it's all love, dude. It's all friendly sportsmanship between us.
I know
Yeah,
it
Hans
is.
cool.
I can't. I wanted him to show up today, but he's MIA.
Yeah.
Missing in action.
He messaged Josh before this. Josh, what did he say?
Yeah, he said something saying that he might hop on and listen or something. But that's like
Okay.
classic Hans though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I will say this about Hans, all right? Like, don't think I'm on Hans's nuts. He's got a bit of you see this with women a lot. He's got a bit of pretty girl syndrome. Like he kind of wants you chasing after him a bit. I will say that about Hans. Like Hans wants to chase, but he does not want to chase you. He wants to be chased, but he does not want to reciprocate.
Well, Hans is gonna listen to this, and he's gonna have some things to say about that.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
need him on next time.
Hey, bud.
For sure.
Hey, bud. I think in one fatal swift blow, I done got Max to block me permanently, and I done
Oh.
got Han to not block me, but be like, oh, okay, bird, okay, catch you on the flip side, bird.
oh, and the snake's
That's
gonna come
another
out of the
thing.
grass
I
and
don't.
bite you. 'Cause that's what snakes do, right? They hide in the grass.
You know, that's another thing that I kind of wanted to bring up. This is kind of off topic. I think it's okay if I mention, somebody saying some shit. Max.
Okay.
All right, I just want to say something. Why is that guy fucking getting mad at me for saying a few words to my buddy for making a good lift, or saying that I support Charlie and God forbid, Charlie takes steroids. God for fucking bid. Listen, okay, I'm gonna say it how it is, and I'm sorry for cussing, by the way. I apologize. When someone takes steroids, that's just to get better. It's not like they're snorting cocaine or something, which a lot of his friends, Max's friends probably do. Anyways, he got mad at me saying that I'm a clown because I support Charlie. You know what? I'm gonna support Charlie to the day I die. You know why? Because he's a friend. And he just messaged me, but that's where it's at. And you know what? Anyone can say shit about that, but I'm gonna support that guy, and I'm gonna support Andrew Cassell because his weights are real. So, they said the same thing about Prophet Fear about his bumper plates or whatever being fake. How do you fake a fucking bumper plate? You know what I mean? So,
They said, I have plates that are all the same color, they are the same diameter, they look exactly the same, but they all weigh different. But even though the gym has different color plates, the plates that look the same, are colored the same, are actually completely different. One could be 15 pounds, one could be 55 pounds, and I'm just a liar. That's all there is.
Prophet. See, in prison, we had a saying for people like Prophet: a sawed-off mofo, like compact. I don't know how tall you are, but I figure you're probably in the average spectrum of height. Are you?
the GOAT.
Hey, that's
The goat.
taller than me, but I'm 5'0". We call them
Yeah, I'm
sawed-off
like
mofos.
5'4".
How tall
Yeah,
are you, Josh?
I'm like 5'5" on a good
Oh,
day.
you're sawed off like heck. If you're 5'5" and pushing the weight you're pushing, dude.
Yeah, I'm like 5'5", 5'6". Seriously,
I'm 5'6",
like,
dude.
this power.
Sometimes
So, yeah, I'm not that
in
tall.
the Navy, they used to get me between 5'6", 5'7". I hated it, dude, because sometimes that meant a 10-pound difference that I had to be under for weight. So I would go by the 5'6" just in case they didn't take me at or measure me at 5'7". But
Yeah.
I had to be under 165 the whole time I was in the Navy. Yeah, I hated that, dude. Could you picture me 165?
165?
Yeah.
Bro, ain't no way. There's no way. And I'm like shorter than that. There ain't no way I'd make that.
I could see
So.
myself being 165 again. That would be.
What are you, like 180?
Yeah, well, yeah, I actually woke up at 184 today. I could see myself 20 pounds lighter. I'm just super peeled,
Well,
shredded.
why though? I like the extra mass on me, even if it's not all muscle, dude. I like being a little thick.
I like that momentum where I get to eat whatever I want, and nobody can say anything because I'm peeled and ripped, and that's all. That's all there is to it.
Like listen, Hans Samuelman is peeled and ripped, but you're fucking peeled and ripped too, bud.
Yeah, everybody is. I mean, yeah, everybody is. I mean, you too.
Most peeled,
There's a lot of
the most
people.
peeled and ripped is Max,
Prophet
dude.
Hans.
You can see his abs through the curve when he does cheek curls.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Uh,
What?
there's a scarcity of people who are ripped in the fitness community. There's a lack of fit people in the fitness community. That-
Well, yeah, yeah,
well, some are more fit
but
than others, but hey, some are less
yeah,
fit,
hell yeah, I believe it. I believe it.
and that's why I don't really think much of people's goals because it's all personal. We all have our own personal goals, and some are incompatible with other goals.
Yeah.
They would never fit together. That's why. But even I don't want to be losing weight all the time. I'd rather be gaining weight while shredded. You know what I mean? Instead of
Yeah.
gaining weight while I'm
And,
already
and with and with
overweight.
your body type, you could do that.
Yeah, that's what I do after every cut. I gain weight back. I gain it all back.
There
I
you
believe
go.
that.
Well, ain't that what it's? I don't know. Ain't that what they're supposed to do? I don't know. I've
Yeah,
never been.
that's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to yo-yo up and down
Yeah,
and start higher each time. So that's why
Josh. Oh, go ahead. That's what.
I'm pro yo-yo dieting.
yeah.
Pro
There you go.
yo-yo dieting.
What? Hey, Josh. If
What's
you
up?
were to compete, what weight class would you compete in?
I mean, right now I'm like walking around at like maybe 260 ish. So like, I don't know. Maybe I could make the cut to 242. I'm not sure. It'd be possible, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Holy
especially
fuck, dude.
he said 5'6", 5'5", but he's also
Yeah.
260. What? I would have never looked at him and
You
guessed.
no, you carry it well, dude. I imagine you probably got a nice one hitter quitter if you wanted to put everything behind a punch.
Yeah, yeah. Hang on. I got this. Punching bag. I think, or like a punching dummy. Hang on.
Does it
It's
have?
got like,
Oh,
yeah,
Bob or
it's
whatever it's
got,
called.
yeah, a bob. Yeah, or I think that's what they call it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 something Bob.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to say to Runner Boy while we're here?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like it was fun in the beginning, Um, I can go on and on. I don't have a problem with them anymore. I think especially since Max kind of started to shit up with, a few of my friends, and Runner Boy's kind of like against Max. Honestly, like I used to be pissed about it, but I think of it as kind of like funny now. I don't really have a problem with him anymore.
Yeah,
He's cool.
he's morally, what's the opposite of bankrupt? He's full of morality, that kid.
There you
He's
go.
a very
Yeah.
nice, very good person.
Yeah, he's likable. He's not a bad person, you know.
I will say this. There's a lot of good people in the community. There really is. Like there's a lot of unsung heroes. And what I mean by that is there's people who are consistent, which I'm not. I lose motivation, I say F it. Or I pop my back or something on a squat and say F it. Because if I can't squat, I won't increase my other lifts. And Runner Boy, Crisis King, who
Oh,
else? The Batman says, Unknown Strongman, pretty much everybody that's subscribed to you guys and Charlie and stuff and Hans, and I mean there's a lot of unsung heroes, you know what I mean, that are support Rockman. He's very supportive of Charlie, that are supportive of everybody in the community and stay under the radar with the drama, dude. Did you see Max's most recent video, dude, where he mentioned me
I
towards
didn't
the
see
end?
that.
What did he
Well,
say?
I don't.
He-
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on the side of Charlie. I don't really watch the videos that Max posts because they're annoying. If I'm being completely honest, like it's just him with the opposite view of his camera facing traffic or whatever, and he's just ranting on people the whole time, and like sometimes he'll throw in fast food or something in there, and he'll just rant. And I watched like 2 videos of him a few weeks ago. He was ranting on Charlie literally every day, and Charlie didn't even know it. I don't understand this guy. calls me a clown because I support Charlie. Like, go ahead, call me a clown. I guess I'm a clown, and I guess I'm a steroid supporter too. There you go. I don't do them, but you know what? If my, friend takes them, there you go. I support them. I don't care. Go ahead. Say whatever you want,
Well,
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
well, honestly, you don't have to ever watch a video. You can just open the transcript and scroll through it real quick.
Exactly, yeah.
In 1 minute.
That's what I've been doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can finish a 10-minute video in 1 minute because there's nothing there. You just scroll straight to the end. You're like, oh, this was a waste of time. I'm glad I didn't watch it.
Or he'll throw extra rants in the comment section.
Hey, I will say this: back when Bats and I were doing the Bats and Bobby show, you remember that, Prophet?
Were you guys playing Halo?
We were playing
that's-
Halo. We were talking about lifting, but it was when Bats and I were doing basically what we're doing here, and I done goofed. Well, then somebody said Max lives in his car, and then he made a nighttime hater video on me, and it was pretty funny. I recommend you guys to go back and look at that video. If whoever's watching, Bobby Forever nighttime hater video on What's Your Max channel, where he's like he's in front of his car, dude. He's in front of his car in a parking lot.
And he's talking
He goes,
about he's talking about Charlie. He's like, and you got this guy Charlie who always talks about how old he is in every video, every comment section. Yeah, I remember that.
and he will have you laughing though, because he was like, you talking about me? You talking about my life? You talking about my car? He's like saying that I live in my fucking car. Who the fuck are you, Bobby? Who? I was dying. Dude. I put it in the movie that I made with Elaine Faddick, which I regret that I deleted it. I should have kept that movie because it's hard to get a hold of Elaine these days because of how she's taken off.
I was gonna say, in one of the videos in response to that movie, he said, well, obviously everybody on this platform is trying to get big and trying to break it on YouTube. He thinks people are trying to make money on YouTube.
I just don't see that happening in 2023, man. I see a lot of people and Runner Boy trying to get all these subs and even creating an alternate account and going after somebody else, and then the other person gets mad at me because I said it was Runner Boy. It's gonna be very hard to make a living on YouTube, just off YouTube alone.
Tell these guys that. Tell Runner Boy that. He doesn't understand. He's really going to try to like for like his way to success. It's not. Did that work the first time? Did it work the first time?
It can happen. Like there's always a possibility, I guess, that he can become this high level YouTuber and that. But is it there?
I mean,
I don't watch his stuff.
It happened with a few people. It happened with Bald Omni, man. Right? It happened with Benjamin McIntyre. I don't know if you guys knew this, but you guys know Ben McIntyre. Ben McIntyre used to be part of this small community.
Yeah,
Ben McIntyre used to be in the Discord server.
Well, do you have screenshots of what he said in the Discord server?
Huh?
He's gone. Bobby, you here?
No, I was saying, do you have?
Yeah, no, I didn't hear what you said.
You heard what I said?
No.
I was saying, do you have screenshots of what he would say in there? Because I know people used to say bad things, and it's not a wholesome server like my server. My server is just the best.
I don't. I came in right at the end, but I will say this: it was Benjamin McIntyre that was the teenager of where another YouTuber that made it big supposedly sent out pics of his genitalia.
Did you ever hear about this? Josh? Stay away from that server, by the way. I don't want nothing to do with that.
No, I've never heard it. The only one that I heard, well, you know what, I'm not going to bring that up. I heard that one from
AR?
No, from Trips.
No, that's what I'm saying. Was he talking about AR?
No, he was talking about that one guy.
Andrew?
Yeah.
And
No, not Cazell. You know who I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah, we all know this. Bobby know who we're talking about? He's probably
I know who you're
confused.
talking about. I don't want to say any names, but yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that
Uh,
did happen. Benjamin McIntyre was a teenager, and it's funny because they both blew
that's
up on the lifting community, and they had this incident, and only we know about it except for the masses.
Well,
yeah. I don't know. Trips knows a lot about that. I don't know. I don't.
Trish
Trips.
made a video on it, dude, with the screenshot of the genitalia with it penciled out.
Huh? Trips?
so did
Yeah, I was gonna say
so
he
did
didn't
your
do that
friend
shit.
DT.
Huh?
What?
Where's your good friend DT when you need him? You know,
I don't
DT.
know.
Oh yeah, it was either DT or Trish that made that video. I don't remember. One of them made a video on it.
Do you know why DT hated Andrew Richards so much even before he pulled all that shit? Literally.
No, I don't. I don't.
know.
A million years ago,
No.
and nobody wants to
D-
come back to that.
DT, I will say this: DT is a changed man. You know, from what I've seen, DT he's no longer the DT that people know years ago.
Yeah, he lost a
Now I'm
lot of
not
weight.
vouching for him. I'm like Charlie. I vouch for him. Josh Tippy. I vouch for him.
Yeah, Charlie's
Hans
like
Sammyman.
Charlie.
Hans Sammyman. I vouch for him. The Bats. I vouch for these guys. You know, but
Cassell, Andrew Cassell, Egg
D-
Boy. That's my homie.
yeah, like yeah. There's dudes that I will vouch for, and that Josh will vouch for as well. But DT
Philip.
actually wants to make peace with What's Your Max. He reached out to me to reach out to Max, and so there you go. What's Your Max? If you're watching this, DT
Oh,
wants to
no.
make peace with you. He wants to squash the beef.
Oh, he could do
I don't
that.
even got a problem. I don't
Yeah.
even got a problem with Max. He got mad at me because I guess I was supporting Charlie, and like God forbid, you know.
Just ignore him and his channel, just like I do. What's he gonna do?
Yes.
Well, who's he gonna send to your channel? Is he gonna send bots? What's he gonna do?
Yeah, I don't know.
Tesla bots.
Yeah, probably.
Well, that's all I got on my end.
All right.
Yes.
Is that it? I guess we'll finally be able to know if the Forever Method was worth the hype. Did it live up to the hype?
I think it is. You know, I just like I said, I do things differently, but
Oh,
hey,
do you like the short and partials that he does?
I don't. I honestly am not familiar with them. Like I know what you're talking about, but I'm not very familiar with them.
Like the
I've never-
forever sequence where you do like 7 full reps, right? And then lower third, middle third, upper third, down slow, up fast, and then pause at a third each interval.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that. I think I've seen Charlie do it.
Yeah,
I'm
Charlie does it. I have Charlie do it on a deload. I was gonna try and have you do it on a
Like a
deload.
prophet.
Well, that was another thing, Josh. That was another thing Josh Tippy took was time off and deloads. Deloads was something that he
Yeah.
didn't really dabble with, and now Josh deloads regularly.
Yeah.
Deloads are so much fun. Why wouldn't you deload? It's the most.
Oh God, they
It's-
suck.
It's,
I
it's the best week of the whole block. The deload.
I hate deloads. I always have, but I do them. I do them somehow. I just it's the mental aspect of it. I guess
Don't
mostly.
you like getting to stay home and play video games? Not just to go to the gym,
Yeah,
your
true.
garage.
I mean, it was fun, but when I was a kid,
Speaking of Josh, you want to get on the game?
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
Okay, I'm about to hop on right now. All right,
informative.
Bobby Forever, hey, Prophet, appreciate you, bud, and you do excellent work, bud.